Have you ever stopped to think whether you're following the essential penis care practices every older man should know? For many men, discussions about penis health fade with age, but that doesn't mean it stops being important. In fact, how you care for this part of your body now matters just as much as it did in your younger years. In this video, we'll explore 5 key penis care rules that every older man should make part of his daily routine. These aren't gimmicks or awkward trends. They're simple, evidence-based practices that promote hygiene, improve circulation, boost comfort, and help preserve long-term function. The goal? To help you stay healthy, confident, and in control of your body well into your later years. Stick with me to the end. You won't just learn what to do. You'll understand why it matters, what can go wrong if you ignore it, and how a few small daily habits can protect more than just your physical health. They can also enhance your self-image, support your relationships, and improve your overall quality of life. And if you've noticed any changes down there, but weren't sure what to make of them, this might be the video that offers the answers and peace of mind you've been looking for. Let's dive in. Rule 1. Gentle daily cleaning. Without overdoing it. One of the most basic, yet most important steps in maintaining penis health as you age is keeping it clean, but doing so in a way that doesn't disrupt your body's natural defenses. As we grow older, the skin becomes thinner and more sensitive, particularly in delicate areas like the groin. If you're scrubbing too vigorously, using harsh soaps, or occasionally skipping a rinse, you might be causing more harm than good. Good hygiene doesn't mean being rough. In fact, it means the opposite. Warm water and a gentle touch are often all you need. If you opt to use soap, choose one that's mild, fragrance-free, and free of alcohol or harsh chemicals. Be especially careful to wash under the foreskin if you're uncircumcised. Then make sure everything is rinsed thoroughly and patted dry. Leaving moisture trapped in this warm, enclosed space can lead to irritation or even fungal infections. Take Dennis, a 74-year-old man I once met. He had struggled for years with persistent itching and dryness. He tried everything, switching detergents, changing soaps, even using antifungal creams. But a visit to his urologist revealed the real issue. Dennis had been over-cleaning with antibacterial soap twice a day. Once he changed to a simple water rinse in the morning and a quick, gentle wipe in the evening, his symptoms almost entirely disappeared. Why? Because the penis has its own natural balance of oils and bacteria that protect the skin. When that balance is stripped away, by scrubbing too hard or using the wrong products, the skin is left vulnerable to redness, cracking, and irritation. And as skin becomes more fragile with age, preserving this balance becomes even more important. That's why good hygiene in your 60s, 70s, or 80s isn't about cleaning harder. It's about supporting what your body is already working to maintain. There's also a deeper, often overlooked benefit. Taking a few extra seconds each day to care for this part of your body isn't just about preventing infections. It's a quiet act of self-respect. It sends a message. This part of me still matters. Even if no one else sees it, you do, and that's important. Done right, daily hygiene becomes more than a routine. It becomes a small, consistent ritual that reinforces dignity, comfort, and confidence, not just in your health, but in how you carry yourself every day. Rule 2. Daily visual check for any changes. One habit that's often overlooked, but quietly powerful, is taking just a few seconds each day to look, really look, for any visible changes in the skin, shape, or surface of the penis. It's not about fear or obsession. It's about familiarity. Because the earlier you notice something that doesn't look right, the easier it is to treat, and the more peace of mind you can give yourself moving forward. Many older men assume that if there's no pain, there's no problem. But that's not always the case. Issues like skin infections, small sores, unusual bumps, or even signs of early cancer can develop slowly and silently sometimes. It's a bit of discoloration that wasn't there last week. Other times, it might be a spot that feels rough, crusty, or that hasn't healed like it should. These aren't things to panic about, but they are things to pay attention to. Let me tell you about Frank, who was 79 when he first noticed what he thought was a small, ingrown hair. It didn't hurt, so he ignored it. But after a few weeks, it hadn't gone away. When he finally showed his doctor, it turned out to be an early-stage skin cancer. And because he caught it early, treatment was simple and successful. Frank said, "I never thought to check. I figured if it didn't hurt, it didn't matter. But now, it's something he does once a day. No fear, just awareness." There's something empowering about knowing your own body well enough to notice even the smallest changes. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about being proactive. A quick glance while drying off after a shower or while dressing in the morning can give you valuable information. And over time, this simple habit builds a deeper connection with your health, your awareness, and your sense of control. From a medical standpoint, this daily check helps catch early signs of irritation, infections, rashes, or growths that could be signals of something more serious. Many men feel awkward bringing up these things at checkups, but when you've been keeping track on your own, it becomes easier to speak up, show your doctor, and take the next step with clarity instead of fear. And let's be honest, part of aging gracefully is staying engaged with our bodies, not avoiding them. Just because you're older doesn't mean you're disconnected. If anything, now is the time to be more connected than ever. Not because something's wrong, but because it's a way of honoring the body that's carried you through every season of life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Rule 3. Moisturizing to protect aging skin. As we age, skin everywhere becomes thinner, drier, and more sensitive. And yes, that includes the skin on the penis. What many men don't realize is that, just like your hands, face, or elbows, this area also needs moisture to stay healthy. Daily moisturizing may sound unnecessary or even a little strange, but for older men, it's one of the smartest ways to prevent cracking, flaking, itching, and discomfort that can sneak up over time. The key is using the right product, something fragrance-free, gentle, and made for sensitive skin. You don't want anything with alcohol, menthol, or heavy perfumes. A small amount of unscented lotion or medical-grade barrier cream, gently applied after drying off from a shower, can do wonders. The goal isn't to slather or overdo it. It's simply to replace what your skin is no longer making on its own. There's a man named Gerald, 82, who told me he used to deal with persistent irritation, dry patches that would come and go, often making him feel self-conscious and uncomfortable. He assumed it was just part of aging, but when his doctor suggested adding a pea-sized amount of moisturizer once a day, the difference was remarkable. "I didn't even realize how tight the skin had gotten," he said. "Now I don't think twice about it. It's part of my routine, like brushing my teeth." When you think about it, this kind of care isn't cosmetic, it's functional. Dry, fragile skin is more likely to crack, which can lead to bleeding, infection, or just plain discomfort during daily movement. For men who are still sexually active, or even those who are not, comfort matters. Confidence matters. The absence of irritation, the simple feeling of everything being just fine, gives peace of mind that doesn't get talked about enough. From a psychological standpoint, moisturizing is also a way of reclaiming attention to a part of your body that many men disconnect from as they get older. Instead of thinking, that part of my life is behind me, it shifts the focus toward, I'm still here, and I still care. That shift isn't trivial, it's powerful, and it leads to better self-esteem, better comfort, and even better communication with your doctor or partner if concerns ever arise. And if you've never moisturized this part of your body before, don't worry. It's not too late to start. Like anything, it becomes normal when it becomes routine. A few seconds each day after your shower or before bed is all it takes. No special tools, no awkward process. Just a small act of care that helps you feel more at ease in your own skin. Literally. This isn't vanity, it's stewardship, and your body, every part of it, is still worthy of thoughtful, respectful attention, especially the parts that don't always get talked about. Rule 4. Supporting circulation through daily movement. When it comes to keeping the penis healthy in older age, most men don't realize just how critical blood flow really is. Erection strength, sensation, even the ability to heal properly. All of it depends on steady, oxygen-rich blood reaching the tissues every single day. And the truth is, you don't need pills or treatments to support that process. Often, what helps most is simply moving your body. The penis doesn't operate in isolation. It's part of a larger system of blood vessels, nerves, and muscle coordination that all work together. As we get older, circulation naturally slows down, especially if we sit for long periods, avoid physical activity, or have underlying issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, or cholesterol buildup. That's why making time each day for light movement isn't just good for your heart or your joints. It's directly good for your sexual health too. I knew a man named Robert, 76, who started taking short walks around his block twice a day. Nothing extreme, just 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and again before dinner. He told me that after about a month, not only did he feel more energetic, but he noticed something else. He was waking up more often with morning erections, something he hadn't experienced in years. He hadn't changed his diet. He hadn't started any medications. The biggest shift? His legs and the blood vessels in his lower body were simply moving more. That might sound small, but medically, it's big. Movement sends a signal to your blood vessels to open up, stay flexible, and keep your circulation strong. It also helps control blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and support nerve health. All things that directly influence your pelvic region. And it's not about heavy lifting or gym workouts. Even light stretching, gardening, or walking can create that gentle boost your lower body needs. This rule also carries a quiet emotional impact, because movement isn't just about physical health. It's about claiming your space in the world. When you move, you affirm that you're still active, still present, still choosing to engage with life on your terms. That kind of intention carries over into how you treat every part of your body, including the parts that don't get much attention but still serve you every day. The key is consistency. It doesn't have to be long or intense. It just has to happen regularly. A walk after breakfast, a bit of stretching while the coffee brews, standing up during TV commercials, and marching in place. These are simple habits, but they remind your body and your mind that you're still choosing strength, flexibility, and function. So if you've been feeling sluggish, disconnected, or unsure of how to care for this part of your health, start with your feet. get them moving. Because every step you take sends a message down through your body, all the way to your circulation, your nerves, and yes, even your confidence. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Rule 5. Mindful urination and complete emptying of the bladder. One of the most overlooked yet critically important daily habits for older men is how they urinate, and more specifically, making sure the bladder fully empties each time. It might seem like a small detail, but over time, incomplete voiding can quietly lead to urinary tract infections, pressure on the prostate, discomfort, and even bladder damage. And many men don't even realize they're doing it. As we age, the muscles that control urination can weaken. The prostate may enlarge. Sensation in the bladder can become less reliable. All of this leads to a situation where the urge to urinate is less clear, or where a man stops midway thinking he's finished, when he actually hasn't fully emptied his bladder. That residual urine creates the perfect environment for bacteria to grow, which leads to infections, urgency, or dribbling that feels unpredictable and frustrating. Meet Gerald, an 81-year-old man who began to notice some subtle but concerning changes. He was waking up more frequently at night to urinate, but never felt fully relieved afterward. During the day, he also started experiencing occasional leakage, something entirely new for him. After consulting his doctor, they discovered the cause. Gerald wasn't fully emptying his bladder during each trip to the bathroom. The fix? A few simple adjustments to his routine. By taking more time, consciously relaxing his muscles, and choosing to sit while urinating, he was able to empty his bladder more completely. Within just a few weeks, those bothersome symptoms began to fade. The key is patience. Rushing or straining can actually work against your body. Instead, try sitting down, breathing deeply, and giving yourself an extra 10 to 20 seconds after the stream stops, just to be sure you're finished. Gentle movements like leaning forward slightly or shifting side to side can also help encourage complete release. These may seem like minor tweaks, but for many older men, they can mean the difference between ongoing discomfort and lasting relief. Beyond the physical benefits, there's a powerful mental shift that comes with this mindful approach. Taking a moment to be present, even during something as routine as using the bathroom, helps reconnect you with your body. It's not just about function. It's about awareness, respect, and taking your needs seriously. Far too often, men are taught to keep quiet about these issues. But the truth is, talking about them is how we stay proactive. Caring is how we prevent complications. And practicing a little daily awareness is one of the simplest ways to protect your comfort, your dignity, and your long-term health. Strength isn't just about muscles or nutrition. It's about knowing your body, respecting how it works, and paying attention, especially in those quiet, easily overlooked moments. Final thoughts. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Taking care of your penis as you age isn't about vanity, shame, or trying to reclaim your youth. It's about comfort. It's about well-being. And above all, it's about honoring a part of your body that has served you for decades and still deserves your attention. The 5 rules we explored, gentle cleaning, daily visual checks, moisturizing, movement, and mindful urination, might seem simple, but practiced consistently, they create a rhythm of care that supports both your health and your self-confidence. Aging doesn't mean stepping back. It means tuning in and responding with intention to your body's evolving needs. If you're not currently following all of these habits, don't worry. Start with just one. The impact might surprise you, bringing more ease, more comfort, and a renewed sense of connection to your own body. These aren't major overhauls. They're meaningful steps, quiet, powerful ways to show up for yourself every day. And if you've ever felt hesitant or embarrassed about caring for this part of your health, I hope today gave you permission to let that go. There is nothing shameful about self-care. In fact, it's one of the strongest, most self-respecting things you can do. Thank you for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one insight you gained and how you plan to apply it. Your thoughts matter, and your feedback keeps us going. If this video was helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs and uplifts. Thanks again for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.